guys, and welcome to the second episode of the illustrious Mach7 podcast.
Ooh.
I am your host, Andrew, the wide receiver for the California Girl Boners. Joining me this week is the point guard for the Boston Stick Tuners, Travis.
Hello, everyone.
The goalkeeper for the Milwaukee Cleavers, Chris.
Actually, Satan.
Okay.
Jesus.
It's actually Satan. And, of course, the general manager for the St. Louis Random Searchers, Stuart.
Sup? That's me.
Yeah, it is. All right, so,
I didn't know I was from St. Louis.
Yeah, you are now.
Yep.
Always wanted to see the arch.
Hey, how you guys doing? What's going on?
I'm just doing spectacular.
Yeah?
I slept in
actually pretty
way
cool
too
for
much
today.
today. So I guess I'm good.
All right, well, to kick things off, I wanted to talk about the first episode a little bit because there's some words I want to have. So we didn't ask you guys to be on the first episode originally.
Yeah, you kind of blindsided us there.
I felt
Yeah.
super left out
Well, and I want to talk about why we did that. So,
because you hate us.
well, partly. So, first of all, it was incredibly short notice. We decided like the day before to do a podcast, so that was part of it. And the second part I said in the podcast last time is that when I mentioned it like months ago, nobody else really seemed all that interested. So we just sort of figured, hey, we'll go do it. We'll see what people think about it, and then see what they want to do then, instead of possibly talking about it for months at a time like some other things we do. So that's pretty much why. All right, good response, guys. So, but I wanted to know what you guys thought about it. If it was like good or the worst thing you've ever heard in your life.
I think it was pretty good.
Personally, I think it was amazing.
All right,
I think
Travis, calm
that
down.
guy who was talking most of the time was actually doing a really damn good job. But that's just, my 2 cents.
So Travis is really upset at the fact that he thinks he talks too much. He says he's gonna not talk at all this entire podcast.
Well, if it was two
That's
people,
something I
I
can
really
deal
hope you
with.
were talking a lot. Jeez.
See, that's what I said.
Come on, man.
I think that it was
Pull your
clearly
own
the
weight.
best thing ever because it attracted a comment from that stud with the Cthulhu picture
Yeah.
Does anybody know who that is?
I have no idea who that
who
is.
totally wasn't me.
Oh.
Lame.
Well.
You freaking doof.
I thought it was somebody brand new, like you just kind of stumbled upon, and I was really sad that we actually got some exposure.
Like how Andrew
No.
commented on one of our videos, like, "Oh, hey, that Andrew guy, that Jack guy, he's a pretty cool character.
Yeah.
I want to see more of
that was
him."
me. It was a good episode.
I think the main issue with the last episode was you guys didn't determine a name, and I've come up with one. We need to be like searching for Argonians or something.
Jesus.
I'll
Those who
take
don't
that
know,
into
which
consideration.
is everybody, we have a slight obsession with Argonians. Jesus.
For any new viewers, Argonians are the best. Okay, so I want to talk about my favorite thing about the podcast.
Yourself?
Well, I'm pretty good.
Second
But
best.
it was
to me.
actually the music and the intro and the outro. I really liked that music. And so, again, I wanted to ask you guys, having no prior knowledge about what that music is or where it came from, what do you guys think about it?
There was music.
It was kind of dorky, not gonna lie.
Drop the call right now.
All right, well, I mean, we can't do that.
Just
I spent a good 27 minutes working on that on GarageBand. On the
did
toll-free
you?
app for iPad.
Well, it needs some more ScreedlyMeedlys.
I don't even know what that is.
What does that
heavy
even
metal,
mean?
Oh,
Heavy metal guitars.
Nah, it's great.
You say
It was
Screedly Meedlies?
fantastic.
What did you
Yeah,
even say?
ScreedlyMeedly. It's like the metal guitar riff. They're all like doodle-doo-doodle-doo-doodle-doo, except not crappy sounding.
See, Stuart, you're confused because nobody else in the history of has ever called it that. So
Wrong.
don't
Strongbad
think I am.
called it that.
Okay. I
You might as
agree
well be
with you.
talking about classical philosophy right now. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. I am lost.
Strongbad pretty much is a classical philosopher.
Strong bad.
Well, personally, I thought that music was totally cool. I bet when we get more exposure, it's gonna be on top 40.
I mean,
Every week.
it's a good.
Slayer's gonna be knocking on my door saying, "Dude, you have some awesome tunes."
There's
Ryan
a Slayer.
Seacrest is gonna call you.
Slayer is a good good like example of ScreedlyMeedly is like the beginning.
Stop saying that. It's
The
not a real
beginning.
thing.
It's a real thing. The beginning of Raining Blood is just full of ScreedlyMeedlies.
Okay, what do you consider DragonForce?
DragonForce isn't. DragonForce is too clean a lot of the time to have ScreedlyMeedlies.
God dang it.
I mean,
I really want a T-shirt right now that says "I heart ScreedlyMeedlies." Can you make me one, Chris?
It sounds like a really angry critter from a fantasy game. Do you want the golden rabbit or the Screedly-Meedly? You have to
It's
feed
like
it
a potion from The Witcher.
You have to feed it the tears of orphans to make it happy.
Jesus.
dude, that would be my spirit animal.
Luckily, it doesn't take much to make orphans cry, so.
No, it doesn't.
Oh my
It's
God.
just
Gotta
like,
remind 'em.
your
Such a
parents
downer
are
cast.
dead.
Just have to remind them.
Just like Batman. Okay. So, moving right along from the Screedly-Meedlies,
The best Meadleys.
you guys seemed okay with the last podcast. Well, this one's gonna be better. Vamp for a second. I'm working on something. So I'm gonna send you a link in the chat.
Oh my.
And
Oh,
this is what I wanted to show you guys.
watch out, everybody. We're using technology.
Yeah, it's real rough.
Stand
Just
back.
for those who
We're
aren't
doing
aware,
science.
We are actually, Andrew and I are the only ones in the mic booth right now. We are actually on a Skype call with Chris and Stuart. So this is kind of actually our newest podcast, or a new thing we're trying out.
Yeah, we'll
So,
see if
you
it
know,
works.
if anyone's audio just, suddenly dies, that's kind of why.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
your audio won't really die because you're still recording your own audio.
Fair play.
it's gonna be
We will cut
really,
you out, so
it's gonna
there's
be
that.
really great if, like, somebody just loses their recording. That's just gonna screw this whole thing over.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
no,
drop
that's
frames
my
or anything,
worst
that's
nightmare.
fine.
Don't say that.
The thing is, like, you say that my audio will still be recording even if I had dropped the call for a few seconds, but see, my audio for those 10 seconds will be like, hey guys, do you hear me?
Yeah, exactly.
Can I put my
No,
pants
we'll
back
be
on now? Guys?
So whatever
Okay, we're
you
back.
sent me must have just been the most awesome thing ever because it literally caused Firefox to crash.
Yeah, well, don't use Firefox. Firefox sucks.
I love Firefox
you know,
until it got flooded with all the
I-
viruses.
I really loved Firefox.
Like I said.
And then, like, a month ago, it just started crashing all over the place.
Do you guys ever actually use those little search bars that they always try to get you to use?
No.
I
I
hate those. Those are the scourge of the earth.
I occasionally use the Google search bar as...
Why? You're encouraging that
No,
behavior.
as a spell check. I'll, like, type something in there for the suggested things.
Spell check for Google? Do you realize the type of results you're going to get?
It's,
Well, I don't think-
usually,
What ways do you get, sir?
it's actually usually pretty right.
It's so right. It feels so right. The,
So now I'm
you're not
using
talking about using a
Chrome.
toolbar, are you?
Probably.
I hope you're not
Toolbar,
using a
bar.
toolbar, because those are the worst.
Thank you. Thank you.
They are the scourge of the earth. I saw an image that was literally about 24 toolbars, and he had a sliver of screen underneath them.
I have seen that same image.
Good.
It was
God.
pretty horrifying.
Like, I get one from my anti-spyware. I get one from my antivirusware. I get one from Google. I get one from my browser. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
no,
do I
I'd
really
turn
need
all of those off.
Anytime
set
you
my address
install
bar to search Google.
a program that's not like, well, okay, anytime you install a major program, it says, hey, by default, do you want to install this toolbar? Default is yes, and
Yeah, I need to
no,
find that clickbait.
Yeah, no.
no. I
the
read
way
those
my
every
thing-
time now. I learned that the hard way.
The way my thing is set up, the little Google search bar is next to the address bar, so it doesn't add any extra clutter.
With Chrome, you can, I don't know if other browsers do this, but I know that with Chrome, I just have the address bar double as a search bar. I could just type into the address bar something I want to search, and it searches it.
Yeah.
The issue I have
That
with
works really
Chrome is it doesn't have NoScript, which is my favorite add-on ever.
What is NoScript?
It exactly what it sounds like. When you go to a web page, it doesn't allow any scripts to run, so you manually go and tell it which scripts to run. So essentially,
Sounds kind
it-
of complicated for dumb people like me.
Yeah.
it's an ad block for you, and it stops any automatic virus downloads.
So it makes
What type of site are you
NewGrounds
going to?
useless at that point, right?
Well, yeah, but
But, who cares? Because NewGrounds got old like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I don't
I just use
know.
ad block. I literally just, that's all I use is ad block.
I use ad block. I use this little thing called SessionBuddy, which is the best ever.
Sounds pretty great.
It's pretty great.
Continue.
It's my buddy.
What does it do? I mean, does it just have a little character that pops up in the window, or
It lets you save your internet sessions for later
Ooh,
and restore
that
them.
sounds useful.
It's very useful. Like if I have like 16 tabs open for a certain project that I'm working on, I don't want to say, okay,
Or
I
if you're
need to
browsing
stop
TV
working,
tropes.
and that too. And if I'm just want to say I can't handle all of this right now, I need to close all of these either for reasons of internet usage or I need to get some brain bleach on. I just save the session, close it all, and just go look at kittens.
That would indeed be very useful when
Yes,
I have
it's the best.
too many TV tropes tabs open and Firefox decides to crash for the 13th time in an hour.
Now see,
like you need
that's
browser.
because you're using
Yeah, seriously.
Firefox.
Yeah.
try Google Chrome,
Chrome.
It's the best.
I just have...
or even better, try Internet Explorer.
No.
have you ever considered trying, like,
are wrong, sir.
arsenic?
You know what?
I
kind of heard that actually.
I hear that that's healthier for you than Internet Explorer.
You broke Stuart.
God.
Oh, look, a segue. So, so
I see you change.
Let's not drive it off a cliff.
I'll put this in the link dump too, but I made a website for the Mach7 group, and I put it in the Skype chat. So I wanted you guys to look at it and give your opinions.
Yeah, my Snapchat's not working.
My face isn't
well,
featured
yeah.
prominently enough.
All right. Fair enough. So, Stuart, you had a story. You want to talk about it?
There are buttons.
Well, so this week
There are buttons, you're right.
So this weekend, I went to a game called Zombies vs. Humans, which, for those who don't know, which I'm assuming is everybody, is like a Nerf gun war kind of thing. It's a zombie apocalypse scenario. You do missions, and all the humans have Nerf guns, and anyone worth a damn mods their Nerf guns to perform better, and all the zombies have to touch a human, and then they become a zombie, and so on and so forth. And you got to complete the missions, and there's like, I don't know, 6 to 8 missions in a whole day of fighting, and then the last one is get on the bus, last stand kind of deal.
How many people are in this normally?
I heard the fall game had like 40 to 60 people. The one that I went to was closer to 20 because it was winding down and the heat got to a lot of people.
So,
They had
so
left
this,
by the time I got there.
this isn't like the one up at the school that we go to that kind of sucks because they only let you use socks and all of the humans stop coming outside 2 days in, right? This is an actual good one.
It's an actual good one with actual Nerf
Okay.
guns, although socks are still a thing. We call them sock grenades, and they are required to take down certain special zombies.
Is this one of the cool ones that also lets you use Nerf swords?
Unfortunately, Nerf Melee was out of the question, so I couldn't use my bayonet.
Aww.
I made myself a bayonet out of a Nerf sword, and it's pretty cool.
So please continue with your story, Stuart.
So, we got there. We took about 20 minutes to register because the girl, more or less in charge, had to explain everything.
Can you describe what a girl who does this looks like?
She was kind of short and had 3 different colors in her hair.
Wow. Okay, very descriptive. I
What-
already have an
Pink,
image now.
purple, and blue.
What 3... Okay.
Pink, purple, and blue was rather impressive, actually.
Huh.
Anyway.
Is she also wearing like a bunch of My Little Pony memorabilia? Because that sounds like the kind of person it would be.
No.
All right. Hard
So-
no from Stuart.
We pretty hard no. So we get there, and some of the guns that we see are kind of standard fare. The one that I brought was a Nerf Recon. For those who don't know, that's kind of a standard gun, pretty good all around. Has a lot of customization. And mine, I turned into a pump action gun using a steel rod and some epoxy putty, and I painted it. And I also painted the clips. My friend Sean, he I don't know whether to call him the engineer or the heavy in this case, because he modified 4 Nerf guns, 4 electrically powered Nerf guns, 2 Vulcans and 2 Stampedes to hook up to external...
Oh, Stuart dropped.
Stuart, he cut out.
Man, that was a good story.
I was
I know.
enjoying.
It's just
that.
getting to the good part. What did he modify the 4 electrical Nerf guns to be?
Well, the Vulcan is.
We'll never know.
The Vulcan is based off of the actual Vulcan minigun. So, I mean, I have this image in my head right now of him just taping all of them together. So he just has a solid mass of barrels.
I'm okay with that. That's a pretty good image.
That's what I want it to
I actually
be.
want to be in one of these. I've heard about these before because I worked at Target, and I've heard people in the aisles, talking about it, and I've actually wanted to join one of these, but I haven't heard of one, and I'd totally be down to I would buy a Nerf gun and I would mod it out. I mean, that'd be awesome.
There is one up at the school, but Nerf guns were actually banned from the school campus because some genius got the idea to put thumbtacks in the Nerf bullets.
Nah, that's a dick move.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's like putting stones inside of snowballs. That's mean.
Well, some people.
What do you mean?
They're the people who have to have the warning labels on top of the coffee cups or something like that.
Jesus H. Christ.
Who put thumbtacks in Nerf bullets need a warning label tattooed on their forehead. Anyway, Vulcans.
So my friend John, he modified his 2 Vulcans and 2 Stampedes to hook up to external power supplies. He did some other mods. He cut off a few pieces, and he set up this backpack. He bolted some PVC pipes to it, and he wears the pack so that he put attachments onto the guns, such that he can now have 2 shoulder-mounted automatic guns that he can use from using triggers on his on 2 other guns, and so he can basically quad wield, if that's a thing. No, he's making it now.
That almost sounds like cheating.
Nah.
Man, the zombie apocalypse, anything's game.
I have to ask, does he turn into a zombie if people just tap his backpack?
I don't think so. I think that they have to touch. I think that they have to.
Totally cheating then.
I don't know. Well, it's not a huge backpack. I mean, it is kind of big, but it's not that hard to just reach around and grab his shoulder.
That's definitely a heavy, by the way.
Yeah, he's the heavy. But dear God, he becomes Unfortunately, he didn't even get to use it. I told him when he told me that he was going to. We were going to do the first mission, and then he would come back and get it for the last stand. It would be awesome. And I told him, "You're going to get turned into a zombie, and it'll all be for naught. And you're going to cry, and we're all going to laugh at you." And then we got into the thick of it. We played a mission, and over the next 4 hours that we were there, we never went back to the car to get it. So it was all for naught, and he was sad, and we all laughed at him.
I'm almost glad it was all for naught, because, as cool as that is, outside of the game, it seems like that's how we were talking about tryhards earlier before the show. That is tryhard.
He can't even. I can't imagine that he can move quickly or even silently with that on.
Dude, he can probably
which is essential to zombies.
He can probably just get a swivel chair and roll around in it.
I feel like that would be the best solution.
I mean, he's a big modder. He can mod it to have all-terrain wheels.
Just turn the whole thing into a turret that he can move around. Wouldn't be surprised. Oh my God, I should suggest that to him. Make it attachable to a turret. Oh God. So anyway,
it's just evil.
We got into into playing the missions, which the first one was quote unquote fuel gathering. We had to find 5 jugs of water with glow sticks in them. It's because apparently cars in the zombie apocalypse are powered by uranium.
Of course, why wouldn't they be?
Which of course when you crash a uranium-powered car, it causes a bit of fallout and creates a few more zombies. Wouldn't you know it? So
typical.
Over time, we found those things. And the special infected. There were 2 special zombies in that one. There was the boomer, who had a whistle, and if he blew the whistle, then any zombies in the area that were shot could run up to him, tag him, and they would all respawn instantly rather than waiting for the 5 or 10
Oh,
minute
that's
respawn timer.
awful.
And
That seems a little OP.
it was a little scary, but it's not that bad considering that you only have to shoot a zombie once and it doesn't have to be in the head, so it's okay. You got to use it tactically and such. And the tank was this black guy, this totally built black guy, as it
Why's he gotta be
happens.
black?
He was black.
All right,
He
fair
was
enough.
wearing a T-shirt with a T taped onto it. Just ignore. Oh, he's the tank. And the tank can only walk. He's not allowed to run, but he can lunge if he gets close enough.
Jesus. That's
So
horrifying.
he can only walk, and if you shoot the tank, he counts down from 3, and then he's back in. He does not die. He's just an ammo dump. So we had this black guy following us for about 20 minutes while we were walking around watching for other zombies. And this guy was playing dubstep on his phone at full blast and breakdancing the whole time, which was pretty much the best thing ever. So we were walking through a college campus, looking out for zombies while dubstep is playing behind us, and we're constantly looking behind us. Is he getting closer? Is he getting closer? Hey, someone want to take a pot shot at him, see if we can get a little more distance? No, we just gotta run. Okay, good. Let's go.
So I got a question real quick.
Yeah.
What about all the ammo? Like, how much ammo do you have to carry on you?
As much as you can carry, basically, is recommended. I personally
Does that get
had...
costly?
No. Only if you, like... If you are into Nerf enough to go to zombies versus humans, you probably have enough ammo for yourself. If not, other people will have enough for you to borrow.
You can get like a set of 20 darts for $3 or something.
Yeah, you can get like 100-round ammo box for like $10-$20. But what I had was I had 3 extended clips that could hold 18 darts and 2 regular clips that hold 6 darts, but I'd load 7 because he wants to be a bitch. And I carried those between my backpack, in my gun, and on a bandolier that I have. That was a thing. But
So after
Sean
you-
carried a lot more than that. Oh god, he carried so much more. He had about 6 extended mags, all taped together so he could swap them out instantly. Oh god.
So after this match is done, I don't mean to fast forward, but like, do you go pick up your ammo? How do you know your ammo from somebody else's ammo?
You don't.
Do
And
you
in
just
terms of
pick up,
picking it up,
like-
typically when an engagement is over, it's either because all the zombies are gone or all the humans are gone. And when I say gone, shot, dealt with. And everyone's pretty cool about ammo. After an engagement, everyone will pick up all the ammo that they can see on the ground and like dole it out. This is yours. This is yours. I know that this stuff is yours. The zombies were pretty cool about it. They get shot, and once the engagement is over, they pick up some ammo and hand it to the humans. Unless you get a huge dick, which we didn't, but it was pretty cool. I'm sure I lost at least 10 rounds in all, but
Oh, that's
considering
not
that I
bad.
probably fired 30 over the course of the day, not so bad.
So, would you be able to like
an exaggeration.
mark your ammo with a permanent marker, or would that
Absolutely.
deface it and affect its trajectory at all?
Yes,
'Cause
the
I
weight
mean-
of a permanent marker affects the weight of the dart in such that it throws it completely the
if
fuck
you
off.
have like a really firm writing, you could like deform the dart.
Oh.
You gotta watch out for that Coriolis effect.
I
Nah.
got you, Andrew.
Nah, it's
I got
fine.
Man, it sucks that you don't have melee, because I'd really love to just wait out there with a Nerf battle axe and just take pot shots at everybody with it.
Can you take pot shots with a battle axe? I feel like that's not how that really works.
Well, if you throw it.
But barbarian
guess.
scientists have proven that throwing your axe always works.
Okay. That's fair enough.
There is 100% accuracy.
I don't know
You
if
just
that's
have to
true.
throw it with gusto, and it always hits.
I mean, you say it's not true, but just because you think it's not true, I mean, barbarian scientists have a study.
Is
They threw like 3 axes, Andrew.
is it published in an accredited
Is it peer
study?
reviewed?
I don't know where I was going with that. I forgot.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Was it a double-blind test? Were there placebos?
Was done by a
Yes.
third party.
They actually did have placebo axes.
Did they just make the motions and pretend to throw an axe and just instead throw air, or were they just styrofoam.
They did. They just threw the air, and the study showed that the placebo was not effective on the targets.
Shocking.
Although for living targets, the intimidation factor was just as effective.
Well, I don't know. When was the last time you saw somebody pretending to throw a non-existent battle axe?
Last week, actually. You'd be surprised.
Oh. Okay, I guess you have more experience with it than I, so you win this one.
Yeah, it's kind of sad we didn't get to use any melee weapons. I was really hoping to use that freaking, that bayonet. Man, that was awesome.
I'd want something that's like from Gears of War, where I got like this chainsaw. I get a little LARPing in there.
A Nerf chainsaw.
Paper mache.
I like it.
You can just get a Nerf sword.
Shout out to Dudley Do-Right.
Make the sounds while you're swinging it.
I'm gonna chainsaw you.
Chewbacca, calm down.
You're allowed to use it, and it's a one-hit kill. But anytime you use it, you have to make the sound, and it alerts you to everyone.
Every five kills, you have to step back and pantomime revving up a chainsaw.
I feel like this is a good idea. We should capitalize on this.
Who wants to make a paper mache chainsaw to stick on a Nerf gun?
A Nerf Lancer.
It has to be stronger than paper mache, though, because the paper mache would, like, run down, you know?
You've clearly never seen my paper mache. They're pretty tough.
But then you have the issue of, it's too tough to hit people with, and people start whining.
Bunch of babies.
Then they should be playing.
Yeah.
But I agree.
They don't deserve to be playing Chainsaw Nerf.
I suppose that's a fair point.
Texas Chainsaw Nerf a Skur.
What was that? One more time?
I tried to put Nerf into Massacre and it didn't work.
Nerfsicker.
Texas Chainsaw Nerficer.
Nerficer! Your was a merciker! So what else have we got on the docket, you guys?
We can talk about video games if we wanted.
I'm not really that good at video games.
Wow, you told me you had this planned out.
Yeah, well, and then
So-
we
Just
kind of
like, if we wanna.
Yeah, if we wanna.
So how about that Steam Summer Sale, though?
Oh
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Jeez.
I know, Travis, you weren't really on Steam at all.
I'm a console gamer at heart. I mean, you have filled me in with when it comes to Steam and when it comes to Origin, but unfortunately, my computer is 5 years old. I'm surprised it still runs Microsoft Word right now. But just trying to put games on it just doesn't work for me. Minecraft is about as adventurous as I can get on that.
Which I actually want to talk about Minecraft in a second too.
Dude,
it's okay.
Steam Summer Sale. Oh my god, my wallet suffered.
You see, my wallet was already at $0 when it hit, so it didn't affect me at all.
Now what you do is you get the trading cards and sell them, and then you have money to buy more games.
Well, what I was thinking, I could sell some of my Stranges from Team Fortress 2 and buy some of these $2 or $3 games, but I just love my strange weapons too much.
So, Stuart, what kind of games did you get?
Let's see. I got Banished, which is basically SimCity in the 1700s with a little bit of The Sims mixed in. I got some $2 platformer called Akane the Kunoichi. Don't know why I got that.
Because it was on sale. That's
Every single thing on my wish list was on sale in some capacity. What else did I buy? I bought Mirror's Edge, which I know my brother is going to harp on me to play over and over and over.
It's a good game.
I got freaking... What else did I get? I know I got 16 things. I got the Transistors.
Jesus.
I got this Transistor soundtrack, which I have the game, and it's such a good game. And the soundtrack, it's amazing. But freaking iTunes did not want to work with me yesterday. I tried to sync the soundtrack to my phone, and on the 4th or 5th attempt, after I put more music into my library, only then did it sync all of the new stuff. And it wasn't even syncing podcasts or anything. It was just oh, hey, yeah, this is an iPhone. Let me just take 5 minutes to just twiddle my thumbs. Okay, you can have your phone back, you douche.
Yeah, mine did the same thing a while ago.
So
I ended up
stupid.
having to reset to factory defaults.
God.
Resync everything. Shut up.
I also bought The Wolf Among Us. Pretty hyped to play that game.
I've heard that game's pretty good.
Yeah. I've got a lot of games in my library that I have yet to play. A lot of them are from those freaking indie bundles. Don't know how to feel about
those can get
Cloud
you.
Built though. Haven't played that. Not quite sure why. Oh, I know why I bought it. It was $5 down from like 20. That's why. That's most of why I bought it.
Good reason.
Good
It's like
reason.
a girl shopping for clothes. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna wear this, but
It is.
it's on sale.
That's exactly what it's like.
That's pretty much what the Steam sale is. It's just it is literally like, I don't even know what this game is, but it's 50 cents, so I'm gonna buy it anyway. I am going to add $5 to my Steam wallet to buy this 50-cent game and nothing but this 50-cent game. Except then you buy like 80 50-cent games, so
Oh!
whatever.
Oh! Oh! I gotta tell you one game that I know I'm going to play. That is Age of Mythology Extended Edition. Age of Mythology is a game that I'm going to play because that game was my childhood. Oh my god, it was so good. I probably played like 80 to 100 hours of it as a kid. And you might be wondering, how do you play 100 hours of Age of Mythology? Well, I'll tell you. You play through the entire campaign several times and be very bad at it because you're 8 years old. That's how.
Is Age of all right, I'm gonna try that sentence again. Is Age of Mythology is Age of Mythology the game that has a cheat code where you can get like cars in your army and they have machine guns on them and they just destroy everyone?
I think that's GTA.
No, GTA 2, but it's either Age of Mythology or Age of Empires. I don't remember which.
Age of Mythology is the one with all the gods and such. It's basically Age of Empires
help
plus
me
gods. And it's very cool. You get to play with all the
Does it
mythological creatures. You get to throw minotaurs and cyclopses at your enemy.
Stuart, you
Well,
dropped again.
there goes Stuart again.
He's not coming back. All right, dude. I'll talk about the games that I got.
Okay.
I ended up getting Splinter Cell Blacklist because
Oh, Splinter Cell, how I missed you.
I thought it'd be cool, and then my computer can't run it, so there's that.
Dude, that's the best feeling.
Stuart, are you back? It says you're back.
I'm back.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
We're talking about my games now. Nobody cares about yours anymore.
Oh, okay.
You sound so defeated. So I picked up Metro Last Light because
Ooh, that actually looked pretty
it
good.
was like under $10, and I haven't played 2033 yet, so I need to finish that before I play Last Light. I got Arkham Origins, which I heard was not quite as good as the others, but I figured I should play it anyway. And Fall of Cybertron, the Transformers game.
Oh, that's pretty
come
good.
on.
No, Fall of Cybertron is fun. The Cybertron games are great.
It's not a movie game,
I don't know why
which
you make
means
that
it's not
face.
bad inherently.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this sounds like a movie game to me, which means that it's $60 a crap.
They're sort of. I'm guessing they are capitalizing on like the movies being released,
Almost
but they have nothing to
certainly.
do with the movies in any way. There aren't any humans in the game. It's just all Transformers fighting
then
each other.
Good.
And it's fantastic.
You know, I guess I
That's all the
lied.
games I got.
I did get one game, but it doesn't count because it's free to play.
Still counts. What is it?
Fistful of Frags. It's a mod of the Half-Life 2 engine, and it's a multiplayer-based first-person shooter PvP thing set in the Wild West.
Oh.
And it's pretty fun.
You didn't have me interested until you said Wild West, and I was like, oh, well, that's at least a little bit different.
It's in the Wild West, but really the only thing that affects is obviously the environment and the weapons. And it's actually kind of refreshing with the weapons, because the weapons are period accurate, which means that all of them are wildly inaccurate.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So you get this really great, horrible spaghetti western gunslinging A-team firing feel. You'll unload 4 clips of a revolver into somebody and all of it will miss. But it's also realistic in that, getting shot is kind of super painful. So you'll get shot twice with the weakest gun and it will kill you because
Like,
holy
in real life?
balls, you were just shot twice.
Wow, this game sounds amazing. I'm glad it was free for you.
It was...
So, what character does Will Smith play in this game?
there are no black men.
Oh,
Oh,
that's not accurate. Everyone knows that the Wild West had Will Smith in it.
And it also had that one guy with the steampunk wheelchair or whatever.
Yeah. And the spider monster robot thing.
Yeah, I watched that movie once when I was 8 and never watched it again.
Was it like on FX or something like that?
It was. I actually think that somebody I knew went to the theaters for it for a birthday party. And
It's a good birthday party movie.
And I was invited.
Also, the theme song is great.
I don't remember it.
It's Will Smith rapping Wild Wild West
Hold on, Chris.
over and
I
over.
want Andrew to sing it out real quick.
No, I can't.
How's the theme go again?
I don't know the lyrics.
You just had it.
It's just that one part.
That was a good little ditty.
He says Wild Wild West like 4 times in the chorus.
Like how though?
Like, you know,
No, I don't know.
with his voice.
Like Will Smith. I mean, what more do you want? He's getting jiggy with it. Nah, nah,
Yeah.
nah,
I don't know if it's,
nah,
is
nah,
it
nah.
is it Prince of Bel-Air Will Smith?
No,
or-
no, it's post Bel-Air.
Okay, well, you know, there's
Is
a big
it
difference
after
there.
Earth
It's
Will
more
Smith?
rap than...
Ugh.
Well, I guess Bel-Air's a sort of a rap, but... Will Smith is great. I think we can all agree on that. Best
I
actor
haven't
of our
seen him in a
generation.
while.
Nah, he's dead. It's not true, he's not.
I was about to be really sad there for a moment. I'm like, that's about as sad as Morgan Freeman. I mean, like, those are my 2 top favorite actors right now.
Really? Will Smith is one of your top favorite actors?
Probably a bad
Dude, I Am
sign.
Legend,
Yeah, worst movie I've ever seen.
Oh.
Independence Day,
Independence Day was okay.
I never saw Independence Day.
I didn't either,
Men in
actually.
Black.
What's that? I've never heard of it.
Um,
Describe it to me.
then you have had.
Well, there's men and they're in black. That's one thing.
There's
So, like, Night's Watch,
aliens, and sorry, but Tommy Lee Jones is infinitely better than Will Smith in those movies.
No, the dog is infinitely better than everyone.
Screw the dog.
Dog's the best character.
Nah, Tommy Lee Jones is the best character. Just because he's Tommy Lee Jones. I mean,
He did that thing with the airplane that one time.
Was that movie?
The Fugitive? Yeah.
oh yeah, because he was the guy who was like hunting down Harrison Ford, and Harrison Ford was all like, "I didn't kill my wife," and Tommy
Get
Lee
off
Jones
my
was
plane.
like, "I don't care."
Which is exactly what someone who did kill her wife would say. So Travis, you play Minecraft.
Yeah, and actually Herocraft.
Yeah, well, I wanted you to talk about Herocraft a little bit. Because we've been talking while you're playing it, and it confuses me, and I don't understand how it works.
What
But
is
to me,
Herocraft?
it sounds like... Well, we're going to get to it. Just a second.
Oh.
So, it sounds like almost Minecraft, but with more RPG elements. Which is interesting to me.
More?
So I'm ready to talk about it.
Absolutely.
And
Herocraft
how?
is something that I just got introduced to by my friend. And what it is, it's absolutely free. It's a server you guys can go check out. Just Google Herocraft. And what it is it's just like Minecraft, but the thing is, they have PvP and PvE servers, but more importantly, it's class-based. So you have Engineer class, you have Enchanter class, you have Smith class, and what's important about these is that with your class, you have certain abilities. Like, Smiths are the only ones that can craft armor, craft weapons. Enchanters are the only ones that can enchant weapons. And just so on. So what it does is it creates a fundamental economy where all these players are working together to create this economy, because you can't really just lone wolf it. You're going to have to interact with some other person if you actually want to do well in the game. And there's actually levels that you go through to unlock certain abilities. And like I said, there's PvE, player versus environment, or PvP, player versus player. It's actually a really cool game. This is really fun. Something different, because I got a little burned out from the usual Minecraft where all I did was just build, even though if I was in survival mode. But it was something different. I like it.
I think the fundamental problem, as you said, it requires cooperation between people. But this is the internet, and as
This
Twitch
is the
plays
internet.
as Twitch plays Pokemon proved, there is no such thing as cooperation on the internet.
It
Well,
was
actually, in this-
proved.
A lot of you can steal from other people if they don't have locked items, and you can get
But how do you
items.
like steal enchantments from people?
You don't steal enchantments. You steal items that are like in chests. Like people will try to like hide their chests like squirrels underneath the ground, and if you find them, you can find like a loot chest. Otherwise, you can lock chests if you pay actual real money.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here's the rub.
There it is.
But it's really fun. You know, the architecture is amazing. It just looks really cool. But if you guys are burned out on the regular Minecraft, you guys want to try something different, I highly recommend it. They are always doing improvements, and it's been going for about 2, maybe 3 years now, and it's been one of the top servers for Minecraft.
How is it that I've never heard of it until now?
Because you haven't been that cool where somebody has introduced you to it.
That's a good point, yeah.
Or you
I'm
could
really
just-
not that cool.
You could just be like me and not play Minecraft at all.
Well, I mean, there's that too.
Chris, you are not getting any points from me tonight.
You know what?
You told me my music sucked. Now you're telling me you don't play Minecraft.
Yeah,
The only
yeah,
good thing you have so
but-
far is that you had the Google search bar.
I mean, I feel that I had enough points just in reserve. It doesn't matter. I mean, I'm just...
Have you brought me Jimmy John's yet?
You know what? It doesn't matter because I'm
That
just
is your instant
so...
initiation.
I'm just so magnificent that it doesn't matter.
So how about you, Stuart? Do you play Minecraft?
I've played my fair share of Minecraft, but my ventures into servers have not gone well. The one time, it's mostly been like a couple of friends trying to invite me to servers that they play, wherein it's already got a huge base. The person I'm playing, the person that invited me, is already super up there. They've already got like everything they need, and I'm just wandering around like, okay, where do I go? Is this the way out? It is not. It's because, see, the one that sticks out to me in my mind is my friend Camden invited me to play on a Minecraft server, and I spawned inside what can only be described as a huge freaking pyramid, wherein basically everything that a player can do is done on a grand scale. Like, there's a huge farm that could probably feed several hundred players, even though there's about 8 on the server. And there's all kinds of restrictions and rules and and when I say restrictions, I mean like I can't do this, I can't do that. Camden can fly, I cannot. I couldn't figure out how to get out. I couldn't destroy half the blocks I wanted to. And when I ventured outside, I got struck by lightning.
And what
Wow.
ranked server is this? Just out of curiosity. I mean, is this even a numbered, like a voted upon server?
Dude, I don't even know.
Yeah, you need to go to a
I'm
legit
the-
server, my friend. You need to check
Ugh.
out Herocraft. I mean, we're talking about 200 people playing on one server alone.
How many of those are
It's
griefers?
massive. Actually,
About 150.
The first day is actually the worst part. Like when they know you're new,
Oh, boy.
they'll mess you up. But after that, I haven't had any griefers really lately. In fact, a lot of people are trying to work with me and my partner, John. He's a farmer, and so he's the only one that can grow food. Because if you're not a farmer, basically all you can get is like carrots and maybe some melon or something like that. And those types of food do not regenerate your health that fast. Because you don't have to worry about your hunger bar, but you have to eat to regenerate health. Well, my buddy John, he's a farmer, so he can mate and create cows and pigs to get the pork chops.
Wait,
and
your friend mates with cows?
I was hoping you guys wouldn't have noticed that. I was hoping you guys would have let that one slide.
I didn't notice it, to be fair. I thought you were doing a great job.
Thank you. But anyway, so we have people who are coming to his farm asking, can we take some of this wheat if we replant some of it afterwards? And he's like, absolutely. So we're getting as you become a higher level, you become more respected. People want to work with you. So it's really fun. I recommend at least somebody checking it out.
I might check it out, if my connection ever, doesn't be shit.
This level of cooperation is just vomitous.
You're that guy on the Call of Duty team when I'm playing hardcore that he shoots me all the time, aren't you?
It's
No.
actually him, yeah.
No,
He's that
that's
guy.
you.
I'm that guy on the Call of Duty who doesn't play Call of Duty because I hate.
Or you're AFK the whole time, is that what you mean?
No, I play exclusively Team Fortress because I'm like a plebeian or something.
Is there anybody still playing that right now?
Dude, everybody still plays Team Fortress.
Well,
It's
I don't know if I'd go
played
that
like
far.
constantly by a lot of people.
but yeah, Herocraft is almost interesting enough to get me to play Minecraft.
Almost.
I've been
Almost.
trying
It's
to
not quite
allure
there.
Andrew into spending the money to get Minecraft.
Yeah, I don't want to do
He
it.
Yeah.
won't
You know
try it.
what?
He watches the Let's Plays from Rooster Teeth, but he will not play the game.
Yeah,
so
because they're incredible.
he's living vicariously through Rooster Teeth and myself.
Yeah, I don't see why that's a problem.
Here's the thing about that is that I actually rented GTA 5 a couple times because of the Rooster Teeth Let's Plays, and I want to buy the game, just can't afford it. But God, that game is so good.
Which game?
GTA 5.
Oh, come on. I played Vice City, and I had my appetite sated for GTA after that.
Yeah, well, I don't care.
Wow.
Never played Vice City. Never even
Stuart,
saw
full of
a
vinegar today.
cover. I've never even seen a cover for that game. And everybody tells me like, oh, Vice City or San Andreas. And I don't care. I like GTA 5, and that's all I need to say.
A game that got re-released like 4 or 5 times for a release date.
Dude, that's
Okay,
the best way
that
to
doesn't
release things.
affect gameplay, you know.
Oh,
You know,
you're actually
people-
pretty upset right now.
People, dude,
know
people
you're being
bitch
upset.
about like release dates or company policy, and I just want to play the game. I play the
You like
game.
EA, don't you?
Shut your face. I play the game, and it's fun,
Get wrecked, Travis.
and that's all that matters is playing the game and having fun. All the
I
other
don't know.
bullcrap, while I do agree, can be real bull, but I don't let it affect my game experience. If a game is bad, I'll say that it's bad. If a company is bad, I might not buy their game.
No, you
it
will.
might
You definitely
affect
will.
my buying decision, but
No.
it doesn't affect my playing experience. Hopefully,
I
We're
have
learning a
to
lot about
say
Stuart today.
that even if a game
This
is
is a Stuart cast.
even if a game is fun, if I can't wear a silly hat that has fire spinning around it, then it probably isn't worth it.
freaking.
That was a valuable contribution.
You say I like EA, don't I? And see, I don't follow what companies make games usually. I mean, I know Platinum makes like the best games ever, and everybody complains about
Blizzard?
EA. Blizzard makes really good games that are
Not anymore. They
super
don't.
involved.
Blizzard stopped making good games a while ago.
But you say EA, the only thing I know that EA has released is like Mass Effect 3, and I loved Mass Effect 3. So Shut up.
EA
is
doesn't actually
res-
make games. They're
okay,
just
published.
publishing
Okay, but it
EA
published
is
Mass Effect
responsible
3,
for the
and I love Mass Effect 3.
ending, though.
How
No,
is
that's actually
EA
BioWare,
responsible
not
for that?
EA.
No,
You know what?
no.
Responsible
Publishers
for
don't
fast
affect
forward.
games. Publishers don't affect games. They just affect where they're sold.
You know what they really do? Because I'm playing Battlefield 4, I have run into a lot of glitches, and those were forced because EA really pushed DICE to put the game out way too early. Once again, talking about release dates, they want to bring it back as far as they can, just so that they can stay in the market with Call of Duty. So that affected the gameplay a lot because I'll be playing on a map, Dawnbreaker, like I talked in last week's podcast, that I'm playing Dawnbreaker. But 9 times out of 10 when I play that map, I already know that halfway through I'm going to get an awesome killing streak and my Xbox is going to crash. Now, if they put more time into it and they weren't harassed to be able to get the game out way sooner than they would have been able to, then I wouldn't have had that problem.
Wait, didn't they do
Or-
basically the same thing for
or
Titanfall too?
You could
I don't
just,
know about Titanfall.
or you could just be a PC gamer where they can patch your games over the internet and fix that problem.
Well, I mean they
Was
do
it
that
a
with
valuable
consoles too
contribution?
now.
Yeah, but consoles can still just go die.
Wow.
Get
Well,
out of here, Chris!
Strong
Although
words from Chris. To the
EA,
consoles.
EA is responsible for Mass Effect 3 being an Origin exclusive, which is partially the reason why I haven't played Mass Effect 3 yet.
Yeah, play it on console.
No, because my Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2 games are on the computer.
Ah.
And it also says something when EA is voted one of the worst companies in America, or maybe I don't think it was the world, but it's voted one of the worst.
I think it
companies
was
in
America.
It was America.
Several times, actually.
Oh my god, did you
Twice
guys
in a row, as
see
far as I know.
The,
Unfortunately, there is a point.
their response?
There is a point that the publisher is only responsible for so much, and if you boycott EA, then you're punishing game companies who, it's not their fault that EA sucks.
Well, they can choose who to work with.
Can they though?
Unless they can't. Like, if BioWare comes up with, like, okay, we're gonna do this huge space epic, and it's gonna have a really interactive story, and there's going to be blue alien lesbian sex,
Look at this. This sounds amazing.
this proposition might sound
Halo,
risky.
actually.
This proposition might sound risky to some companies, to some publishers, so they might be forced into a publisher just because what they're proposing. I mean, unless you're doing like another Call of Duty, Battlefield clone, whatever, then what you're doing might be considered risky, and you might be forced to go with a particular publisher.
I don't
I'm
understand how
noticing
fits
that
about
this
a
game does
though.
not have the words Call of Duty in its title. You might want to fix that, or we'll have to deny your claim here. So
I don't
fix
understand
that.
how this affects the gameplay, though.
Well, I think he's
as far
saying
as,
that.
how does it improve?
Well, you said
You were
that
saying that
developers don't choose their publisher, but if only one publisher offers to pick them up, then they
That
don't
says
have much of
something.
a choice. That's true, but if they want to put that game out, then they have to go with that publisher. Might not be a very good game, and that's why nobody
Exactly.
wants to
Then
pick it
I don't
up.
feel too bad boycotting that game then.
Alright, I guess.
I mean, I don't need to put my money going towards a company that might not have a good reputation yet. My 2 cents there.
I mean, personally,
You know,
I'll.
I could be completely wrong because you are talking to the guy who liked Orion Dino Horde for like 15 minutes.
You're
with
that guy.
Okay, I'm just
Somebody
saying.
got Orion Dino Horde on the Steam sale, like, because they gave away free games every day. Someone got Orion Dino Horde, and everyone was like, "Oh, that poor soul." Was that you? Was that you who got it?
Orion Dino Horde went on sale like a year ago, and I had a friend who had $20 lying around, so he bought a 4-pack and he distributed it amongst his friends. So me and 4 other people like played Orion Dino Horde for a couple of days, and if you're in a doldrums, then I mean objectively it's a horrible game, but you
Wait,
know,
okay, so you got this game for free then?
yes.
All right, that's fine.
Good
I don't
answer.
care. You can enjoy it all you want if you got it for free. That doesn't bother me.
That's
And
a free pass
the guy
then.
who bought it, I mean, the guy who bought it, it was like $7.50 for 4 copies or something.
Yeah, there's a reason for that because it's not that good of a game.
No, it's an awful game, but you know what? Shooting dinosaurs with some buds on the weekend. I don't care that the game was poorly made and was objectively bad. I had fun, which is good enough for me.
Chris, the stance defending guy.
We were totally sober too.
I believe it.
That's the really sad part, I guess.
Oh,
You're not giving
you were
yourself
being
the points
sarcastic
again.
Well,
So yeah, my points may or may not be valid at all because I enjoyed Orion Dino Horde.
You probably enjoyed Hello Kitty Island Adventure 2, didn't you?
I never played that
You
game.
played for the achievements, come on, you know.
I never played that game.
That
pretty
is
easy
very
achievements, actually.
interesting.
I am a fan of cats, so you know I might enjoy it on principle.
That is disgusting.
That's me. Team Fortress 2, Orion Dino Horde, and Hello Kitty Island.
Team Fortress
Adventure.
2 I
See,
enjoyed.
I tried getting into TF2. I played a few games and like this. I just decided this isn't for me. I mean, I played Man vs. Machine for a while, but that
That's
was
the
only because
problem.
my friends were like hounding me. You gotta play Man vs. Machine, dude. You want to play MVM? Let's play some Man vs. Machine. Come on, let's go. You can be the engineer, you can be heavy, whatever you want. But don't be the pyro. The pyro's useless. Get over
The
here.
pyro was one of the best one on certain maps, though. Because you could air blast robots into chasms and reset the bomb. I mean...
See,
whatever.
I didn't really get into it though. Like even playing Man vs. Machine, I played like I don't know 30 games of it, and most of those were like retrying the same freaking map. You remember the Halloween mission where it was just it was one quote unquote wave. You start with like all the money in the world, and then it's just
but there
wave
are
after wave after wave with no break.
666 robots that you have to kill. Yeah,
I thought it was a lot more than that.
maybe it
But
was. I don't know.
dear God, it was
got
awful.
out of Man vs. Machine before the Halloween update. I had a friend who fronted me the money to get Tour of Duty tickets for a complete Tour of Duty, and once I
Dude.
figured out that it was totally a cash scam, it just wasn't worth the stress to try and get competent Man vs. Machine groups, especially because I just ended up trading for all of the items that I wanted out of it anyway. I mean, it's like, okay, I could pay $1. No, I could pay like $5 to maybe get this one item that I really want out of it. Or I could, like scam a guy out of his stuff for like a ref.
That's awful.
Why would you do that?
Because, as should be, indicated by the fact that I play Team Fortress, I am a heartless bastard.
Ah, gotcha.
So on the other end of the nerd spectrum, so tell me, do you guys watch much anime at all?
No.
No, not really.
Zoid's
Kind
the
of.
only
God,
Only anime I've
Zoids.
ever watched.
Back in the day.
I've been kind of watching through Trigun, but
Now, I know that everyone's I'm sure by now you guys have heard of Attack on Titan.
yes.
Okay. I feel like I need to bring this up just because recently there was a Subaru commercial that featured, like, some live 3G animated Titans in a Subaru commercial, and it
Did
was
they like
rather
eat
terrifying.
3G Titans?
Did they like?
Yeah.
They have
The
good
car.
cell service, or
Like, there was a Subaru driving through mountain roads, and suddenly a Titan just tries to smash it, and of course misses because it's a Subaru commercial. You can't
you
smash the
know-
car, and it's just like it looks like what it looks like is a test or a showcase for whatever tech they're going to be using to make the live-action Attack on Titan movie that is going to be made. They even had the big old colossal Titan that has no skin
Oh, good.
at the end there. You
yeah,
guys
that's an
gotta
actual
look
scene
that
from
up.
the movie.
From,
You guys gotta look that up. It's
from-
pretty neat.
Yeah, I'll do
Just
that
from
tonight.
what I've heard from the show, there's no way that puny little Nissan would escape the Titans.
Subaru.
Whatever.
Get wrecked, Chris. It's a Subaru.
It's a car. It's a
I have
car.
to do a whole new link dump just because.
That's
you
true.
Yeah.
You're not getting
It's a
away.
car.
You might be able
Oh,
to
I'm not
outrun
reading
the
link up
normal
down while
ones.
we're going. God dang it, I hate
Funny
that.
name.
But
Doesn't
the aberrants,
matter.
though, oh god, the aberrants. Oh, those are horrifying. I mean, there's like,
So we wanna talk about
ugh,
droids,
isn't that one that was like
droids,
running like it was on all fours like a spider? Oh, yeah, Titans, man. Speaking of Titans, how about that Titanfall? I've seen like 1,000 different commercials for that game that include that game. Whether it's for Microsoft in general or Xbox One or whatever, they just push Titanfall over and over and
Notice
over.
they didn't do it for Rise, one of the
Yeah.
flagship games they were putting out. Like, look how beautiful this game is, but it turned out to be.
It's
awful.
so pretty!
It's because EA has a lot of money. That's why.
Oh, back to
my-
EA.
Nah. So
They have to
I read a
push that
story-
game because it's not good enough to stand on its own for any extended period of time. Like, it's fun,
But
it's
it-
good,
but it-
but it's
but it
not good
looks
enough,
pretty.
unfortunately.
We're talking about Titanfall or Rise.
both.
Yes.
I was talking about Titanfall.
I mean, it looks pretty, and that's all that matters to some people nowadays, is that it has good
Those shallow little
graphics.
assholes.
Well, when you're talking about a next gen
so
game, you don't want to buy a game that has the graphics of what you just had. You want to push the fidelity of what you had previously.
Really? Because I'd rather have a game that has the same graphics as what
And
I
that's why you
just
play
had
PC.
and be good than, have, these graphics look almost lifelike, but like real life, it's just a steaming pile of shit. I mean, that's not what I want in a game.
So I read a story that the developers for Titanfall haven't ruled out single player for the sequel.
For the
Ooh.
sequel.
Yeah.
They're already talking about the sequel, and the game was just released.
I mean, it was released like a few months ago.
Oh, was it?
It's not surprising
Whatever.
at all, really. But I feel like that single player wouldn't work with Titanfall's gameplay. Just because you would have to design levels where you could go through it on foot, or you could go through it in the Titan and have the same level of challenge. I just feel like it wouldn't scale properly.
Yeah, but if they made the Titans in single player have silly hats with fire spinning around them,
Would you play that immediately?
probably. I would buy an X-Bone just to play it.
I mean, it's on PC and 362, to be fair.
Oh, then I'd probably just buy it off for the PC, because...
I think it's Origin exclusive, though.
Oh,
Oh!
never mind then. Ugh. Just ruins everything. I mean, Origin should just stop trying to be Steam, because it will never be Steam.
To be fair, they
trying to
did
make
give
Origin
Titanfall out for a weekend.
Yeah. And
But-
Battlefield 3 for free.
Steam
Woot woot.
And
gives-
Peggle.
Steam gives
Yeah,
a bunch
Peggle.
of stuff out for the weekend all the time.
Yeah, but
And they
But it's
usually,
Steam.
they usually put games on sale that they put out for the weekend too, like
But
Orion
it's
Dino
Steam.
Horde.
they did that with Titanfall 2. It was half
Oh
off
yeah,
when it
well
was.
now they're just imitating Steam. Origin can't do anything
course.
right unless they're copying anything. Fanboy.
Did you just shake your fist? Because that was a very fist-shaking noise.
I didn't shake my fist, but I kind
Oh.
of tilted my head back and bared my teeth, like I was going to lunge in for the kill.
All right.
Where's
Well.
the bear?
Oh, Stuart, I wanted to ask because you brought up anime.
Yeah.
Have you listened to the RWBY Volume 2 theme song?
I think so, but I forgot it. Which, speaking of RWBY, I'm pretty sure. Oh my god, I'm so hyped for that game or show thing.
It's a show, not a
I'm
game.
so excited that I can't even think straight.
Dude, RWBY game, I'd play it.
Oh, dude, RWBY game, I'd buy that in an instant. It'd be the best thing ever. Just arena fighting game. It'd be the best.
There
Anyway,
are some games
RWBY.
that are shows and some shows that are games.
Some need to be both, like RWBY. But I'm pretty sure that RTX is in 4 days. I've got a couple of friends who are going there, and I'm so entirely jealous. And
they didn't
apparently,
invite you? Jerks.
well, they actually did invite me, but I can't afford it because I'm a poor
okay.
college student.
They didn't buy your ticket for you?
You
Jerks.
sell yourself out on a corner. I would definitely do it just. For,
Jesus!
no, I'm serious. I would do it for Rooster Teeth.
That
Yeah,
might
If you guys are listening right now,
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
You know,
The,
Travis. For a
Learned a lot
second,
about
it
Travis
sound-
this episode, too.
For a second, it sounded like you said you'd buy Stuart. On...
No.
Whoa!
No. I need.
Whoa,
I don't
whoa,
have
whoa,
money
whoa.
to.
All right, this is getting weird, so...
Yeah.
With
Uh,
I'm pretty sure that
Stuart
RWBY is coming out on the 4th. I think that the RTX premiere is on the 4th, and they're releasing it the next day, which means less than a week until RWBY Volume 2, and I'm so goddamn hyped for that. If you watch the production diaries, you can glean some information on what's going to be happening and who's going to be doing what. Like, they're at the end of Volume 1, like after the credits, they've got that scene with Torchwick and Cinder and those two other people that don't move. They're actually just silhouettes standing there. They can't really tell unless you look closely.
Jessica Negri.
Yeah, Jessica Negri. But one of the two guys with Cinder there, there was like a animation snippet in one of the production diaries, which I watched a couple times because it was cool, and I noticed he's got bullets. He's got like a bullet belt on his ankle. So clearly, that guy is going to be Yang on the feet, for lack of a better term.
That's
He's going
horrifying.
to be doing Yang's thing, except kicking instead of punching, which is going to be so completely awesome. Those two are probably going to fight, and it's going to be the coolest thing ever.
All right, Stuart's hype train has no brakes.
Oh, there's no
Believing
brakes
in
in the
this.
hype train.
You can't stop this train.
Cold Train.
So excited.
Thanks, Travis.
Here's the war.
Nice.
I had
see,
a half
everybody, like,
whose
wonders.
last name was Coltrane once.
A lot of people I know don't understand why I love RWBY so much. Like, they see it, they're like, oh, what? The animation's kind of crude, the voice acting's okay, a lot of it's kind of like meh. But I see it as much more than the sum of its parts, and that is something I can really get behind. Is that it is greater than the sum of its parts, and it's fucking great.
Stuart's getting excited over there.
I'm so excited.
Both hands on the keyboard.
All right, well, I don't really have anything else to talk about, so you guys want to wrap this up?
I guess.
I mean, I guess if y'all want to.
I'm going to take that as a hard yes.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us. I really value you guys' contribution tonight.
Wow.
Wow, that was.
That sounded
really-
incredibly sarcastic.
No.
Travis, full of vinegar.
He's just jelly.
I'm just a little tired because now I have to get back to work on something, and then in 2 hours, and you know what? In less than an hour, I'm going to have to hop back on a video call on Google Hangout and
Oh, yeah.
talk about other things entirely. So we'll see how that goes. See how
gonna
long
be
my
super
patience
great.
lasts.
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully this was the height of your day then.
It'll be great.
Heyo.
We-
No, the height of my day was getting out of bed at 2 in the afternoon because my alarm
that is
didn't go
pretty
off.
good, yeah.
Yeah, I set my
do you
alarm
quit
for
short
10
break?
a.m. I thought I set my alarm for 10 a.m. with the theme to Attack on Titan, which is, completely hype and will get me out of bed any day of the week. But turns out, set it for 10 p.m. Did not get up. We'll see
I
how
love
it
when
goes
that
tomorrow morning.
happens.
Love it. Good thing I didn't have work today, or I was completely screwed.
You set your alarm for a day that you don't work.
Yeah, because I don't want to completely mess up my sleep schedule.
If it
Makes
makes you
sense.
feel, if it makes you feel better, I woke up at 3:00 in the morning.
What?
Why would that make him feel better? I don't understand.
I don't know.
All right.
This conversation's gone on too long for the subject matter.
Apparently.
So I guess we'll see you guys. I don't know, next
in
week.
an hour.
Yeah.
In an
probably.
hour?
I don't know.
Heyo.
We'll see. Yeah. So thanks for listening, guys, and stick tuned next week for another episode.
Did you say stick tuned?
I did.
Stick
Did it? Because
tuned.
it's what you said. next week for another episode of the Mach7 podcast. How do we end this?
Cue
Bye,
Travis's
guys.
awesome
Bye.
music.
Mach7
Travis's
out.
awesome music go.